This is a bit of an unfair getting out. You got guys to see these engines that we were running yesterday. And then now, who builds these things? We build them ourselves. Where do you buy the parts? We don't buy them, we make them. How long does it take you? 5 years? Oh God, no, I'll let you know and walk away. I'm not interested. You know, somebody else started the engine and built the chassis. But I don't know who. And to cut a long story short, his house caught on fire and this thing was in the house. And it got horribly burnt and bent and damaged and all the rest of it. And then it was saved by somebody, Wouter Bergacker. He saved it. Wouter Bergacker acquired the engine after it had been in the house that caught on fire. And then for some reason or other he decided not to build the engine and sold it to somebody else, also a club member, who had put it in his garage and it stayed there for about 2.5 years. And then he decided not to build it, and he sold it as it was. And the guy who bought it discovered he'd made a mistake by buying it, so he put it out for sale again. And after lying in the clubhouse for about a month or two, I thought, I've got nothing to do at home now, and I don't feel like starting another engine, and this one is started, so I'll take it. And I bought it for 500 Rand or 1,000 Rand, and we put 500 Rand to the club. And brought it home and took it apart, and cleaned everything, and straightened what was bent, and put it all together again. And then decided to continue building it. Lewis Construction, gosh, I remember them, eh? Basically it was from about here, this way down, that it was badly damaged with the fire. That fire only rusted what was here, but didn't damage anything. And here, you know, I had to remachine and get all the rust off, and the rust that was on. And now these I've just made, and this is the last things that I've just made.
These are the springs?
These springs were here, and you can see they're still rusty. I didn't get it all off, but they'll be painted again. And now I'm making the springs for this and that. Right, and that's how the springs go in. And that will push up against the spring, and then there's 2 anchors that pull the strings down into there and there. And here is the equalizer. So when that wheel lifts, if for any reason that one gets pushed down, and if one lifts it pushes that one down, and so on and so forth. It keeps all the wheels on the line. I was quite pleased that there was no damage to the pistons here, because I had the pistons out, and that's there's your pistons in there. That's just one of the cylinders. So there was very little damage there. And this one is the valves. That's the valves. Now those will operate from here, you know. Yeah, when I found out that the damage to the model being burnt, I remembered that Mountaineer magazine brought out the instructions on how to build it. So after writing overseas to find out which model Engineer magazine it is, I discovered that I had the whole set myself. So here goes. I've made quite a number of parts.
What are you making?
The springs for that. It's spring steel on the top, and then the rest of the blades are made from toughnol, which is a sort of a plasticky type of spring steel. There were only 100 built, and they were built for factories and industry, not for passengers, but if they did pull passengers, it was for short distance. These are parts that I'm still making now. These are parts for the cylinders, wheels for the timing, springs. So he says to me, you don't mind me saying this, Bernie, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go around